Now, in the past few weeks, I had the pleasure of meeting a young entrepreneur who is also converting neighborhoods into innovation hubs. And he is here with us today. We have a very strong panel of young people, millennials mostly, who are using technology to create new systems of resilience. I'd like all of them to introduce themselves, please.
Hi, everybody. It is a great pleasure to be here, and I'm very grateful to be in this panel with you. My name is Ralph, and I run a social venture called Cocread, co-founder, co-creating development. What we do, we transform disaster-prone areas into tourism site attraction and entrepreneurship hubs. Why we do that? Because we think that if we want to create smart cities, we should start by growing smart citizens. And smart citizens, from our point of view, is all about mindset, is to shift from the short-term mindset to long-term mindset, to make sure that people can envision their community. And if we want to do that, we have to make sure that this community is safe, that people are proud, and that people can create with innovation in their communities. That's how we can reduce migration. That's how we're going to make sure that the most smartest citizens can stay in their communities and proud to create what we want to create with technology.
So Ralph, you're working on an interesting project with neighborhoods and using sustainable practices to make neighborhoods more resilient. Can you share a little bit more about that project and what approaches that you use?
For the approaches, we use art and technology. Why? Because from our experience, I have to say that I'm a disaster expert also. I noticed that there's no discrimination between risk and Haitian because we live with risk every day. So we have to find a way where we can bring disaster risk reduction with fun, with passion, because we have a lot of young people in the communities. So we started by engaging the conversation about art. We make people dream virtually about what this community could be if we paint hundreds of houses. But how are we going to do that? We have to fix the houses first. We have to evaluate the houses first. We have to take into account the reconstruction analysis by the big universities. And then we improve accessibility. And people, they are around the table, they pick their colors, and they choose their design. And we're gonna create a live art design in the communities that they will reproduce in many products. So that's how, when you start to talk about art, they say, this is important because if my house has to be part of the project, my house has to be fixed, I have to be safe, I have to be in a very environment we could be productive. So that's how we think that if we want to create these entrepreneurship hubs, we have to keep people in the communities. So this is what we do, and we are moving to technology now.
Brilliant.
Yeah. That's
brilliant.
Yeah, my point is not much about the technology. The question is how can we make technology more inclusive and directly profitable to people? For example, if you see the phone, actually street vendors, they have phones. They can save money with that phone. If with only one call, they need to stay in connection. And I believe, from my point of view, the future of disaster risk resilience is virtual reality.
Absolutely. Now, last question, guys. If you were on a task force to convert Port-au-Prince, Jacmel, Jérémy, and Cape Haitian into a smart city, who are the people you believe should be involved and why? Just give me two people.
The government and private companies.
Ryan?
Mine would be not the government and private companies.
So just private companies?
Yeah, just private companies.
Okay. Milan?
I would go for universities and private companies, or schools, and everybody who works in education.
Martin?
I would go for local government, so the mayors, universities, and private companies.
Municipalities?
Yes, municipalities, yeah.
I would go with middle-class Haitian and private companies.
Brilliant. So this is our panel on smart cities, ladies and gentlemen. We've talked about a lot of exponential technologies in building new systems for resilience. I hope all of you have taken note. This concludes our summit. Thank you.
This concludes the panel. Thank you, Shai.